You think Bunk'd was just noisy kids, camp songs, and chaos in cargo shorts? Yeah, that's the lie Disney sold you. Stick around because this show was actually about abandonment, growing up too fast, and learning how to survive when the adults are barely holding it together. If that sounds heavy for a camp comedy, good, that's the point. Let's talk about Bunk'd, the show that looked loud and harmless but was quietly about kids raising kids. When Bunk'd premiered in 2015, it spun off from Jessie and dropped us straight into Camp Kikiwaka. New setting, new rules, no safety net. The parents were gone, the counselors were barely qualified, and somehow that's where the show became real. At the center were Emma, Ravi, and Zuri Ross. Emma Ross, played by Peyton List, walked in like she had it all figured out, confident, stylish, in control. But Emma wasn't just the cool girl. She was the oldest, the one who felt responsible even when she didn't want to be. Emma carried the pressure of being the example, the leader, the one who couldn't fall apart because everyone was watching. Ravi Ross, played by Karan Brar, was the heart of the show. Smart, awkward, endlessly kind, and constantly underestimated. Ravi wasn't weak. He was sensitive in a world that laughed at sensitivity. And honestly, that made him the strongest one there. He felt like every kid who knew too much felt too deeply, and still showed up anyway. Zuri Ross, played by Sky Jackson, was small but sharp, loud, fearless, and brutally honest. Zuri said what everyone else was afraid to say and didn't apologize for it. She wasn't just comic relief, she was truth wrapped in chaos. Then came the counselors, and this is where Bunk'd really leaned into its theme. Lou Hockhauser, played by Miranda May, wasn't just running the camp, she was surviving it. Lou was loud, intense, deeply flawed, and clearly making things up as she went. She loved those kids fiercely, but she was also overwhelmed, exhausted, and terrified of failing them. Lou felt like a young adult forced into leadership before she was ready, and pretending confidence was enough. Xander McCormick, played by Kevin Quinn, was the smooth-talking camp counselor who acted carefree but carried responsibility quietly. Xander felt like the guy who joked to keep from cracking, the one who held things together without ever getting credit for it. Jorge Ramirez, played by Nathan Arenas, was chaos personified. Loud, reckless, impulsive, but underneath all of that was loyalty. Jorge didn't always know how to be gentle, but he knew how to show up when it mattered. As the seasons went on, the cast changed, and honestly that felt intentional. Kids grew up, characters left, new ones arrived. Camp Kikiwaka kept moving. Just like life does. Not everyone stays. Not everyone gets closure. And Bunk'd didn't pretend otherwise. What made the show quietly powerful was the absence of adults who truly had things under control. The kids had to lead, they had to adapt, they had to figure out who they were without constant guidance. That's not just camp, that's growing up. As kids, we laughed at the pranks, the yelling, the ridiculous situations. As adults, we noticed something else. How often these characters were just trying not to fall apart. Bunk'd wasn't about summer camp, it was about being thrown into the world early and being told you'll figure it out. And somehow, they did. If that hit harder than you expected, good. That means you were actually paying attention. See you next time.